cheer for your Sydney Swans. Cheer, cheer the red and the white, honour the name by day and by night.
Welcome back to A Bevy of Bloods, a fan podcast of the Sydney Swans Football Club.
So to all you loyal Swans out there, you just can't get enough of the red and the white.
Fluff up your tail feathers and settle in for a potentially biased yarn about all things to do with our beloved Bloods.
While our loyal Swans are marching onwards to victory.
G'day there, Signets and Swanlings. Welcome back to A Bevy of Bloods. You're joined, as always, by the crew from Sydney. I'm Noddy, this is my mate Chris. And Chris, we have an extra special guest with us.
Yes, that's right, Noddy. Today we welcome to the bevy the young gun in our backline, Matty Roberts. Matt Roberts, welcome to the bevy.
G'day guys, thanks for having me on.
First off, Robbo, as everyone at the club is calling you, and I think the whole world will soon, congrats on that amazing win over the Pies. What a way to get things back on track. What was it like to be part of a game that many are saying is one of the very best ever at the SCG?
Yeah, it was pretty incredible, really. Like, I probably haven't played in a game like that personally at the Swans. So I think a few boys were I was watching in 2022 when we played them in the prelim, and to be honest, it felt a bit like that. I wasn't obviously out there in that game, but this game sort of had the same similar feel. And yeah, when that final siren went and we were up by a few points, it was a pretty big relief. And some can't really put it into words how I was feeling, but it was pretty incredible.
One incredible game amongst a pretty solid career you're putting together, mate. 25 games into the AFL career so far, 18 alone in this season, and you've been arguably our most consistent player over the last 6 weeks or so, and you're seeing more and more of the pill, in particular the massive 36 touches against the Bulldogs. Now, how have you been approaching your game during this rough patch that the Swans have kind of similarly had heading into finals?
For me personally, it's sort of went through a bit of a lull through the middle part of the year. Through the bye, I had a couple of niggles, and I was just about getting my body right, and just doing a bit of extra stuff. I've been doing a bit of extra running over the last sort of month and a bit, and that's really helped me, I guess, in this last sort of month, just to be able to cover the ground well in terms of running. And it's just obviously getting a bit more of the ball and that's just given me a lot of confidence, and coaching staff and the other boys have got a lot of trust in me at the moment, and it's I've definitely felt that, and it's definitely helped me over the last sort of period of time.
Oh, that's awesome, mate.
Lovely.
So you played more mid-forward prior to being drafted, but regarding your transition to the backline, how do you think that's going, and how did it come about? Because we are absolutely loving watching how it's playing out.
It was actually only meant to be for a couple of weeks in pre-season.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it was. Just at the start of pre-season, Horse was like, we're going to throw a few boys around just to sort of learn a different position and add another string to your bow, and that was the same for a few other boys. Some of them are other mids going forward, and he said, we're going to try you down back, and after the first couple of weeks of training down there, it's he left me down there, and away we went from there, and I've obviously been learning every week, and it's been really good, and I feel like I've really settled down there now, and playing with good confidence.
Yeah, mate, we are loving it. And the fact that it's played out the way it has, what a vote of confidence from the coaches. Go and check out down back and, look, we haven't moved the magnets since. I mean, that speaks volumes in their confidence in you, and congratulations, mate. And obviously the Swans backline comes with very big responsibility, most notably the growing of a moustache. And most of the bevy, in particular, my brother would kill me if I didn't ask about your Mo, mate. And while Nuggets Mo looks like a couple of furry caterpillars are doing the ray gun on his upper lip, yours looks absolutely business, mate. Was there any one particular person at the Swans who was instrumental in helping you get it going, or did it happen more naturally?
It's probably just naturally happened. I thought yeah, not really anyone. No one really got stuck in me or anything about getting it done. But yeah, no, obviously Lloydie and Rance and a few other boys got a nice stash going. So I thought I'd better join in while I'm down there. But
Peer pressure, I love that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but nah, no one really forced it on me. It was just sort of naturally happened.
It feels like just an
rolling with it.
expectation rather than anything else. So
Yeah, it's actually a requirement.
yeah. I
Yeah,
did have a chat with Callum Mills at the beginning of the season, just a quick one, and I did mention to him like, hey, just out of interest, is Robbo going to the back line because he's grown a moustache? And he goes, oh yeah, it's actually happening a little bit. And we're like, hello, this is actually a thing. So yeah,
yeah,
I love it.
that's what it is.
He also said that you were, in particular, lighting up the preseason track and look at the seasons you've had so far, and what a comment from the captain. And clearly this is a third-year breakout year, and I hope you can feel the love from the fans because we are watching you blossom into such a fantastic player, another one to come through the system. And yeah, we're just over the moon, mate, and absolutely love your effort.
Yeah, thank you. That's good.
Now, with all that good stuff, we did have a bit of a shocker against Port. Now, let's be honest. Sorry to bring it down, but one of the worst games we've had for some time and some decades, and then followed up, of course, with a good response against the Pies. But just look, just between us, no one else is in the room. All right, no one else is listening. What kind of spray happened during or after that game from the coaches, if you're allowed to let anything known?
Yeah, it was probably just more about around our effort and just showing a bit of fight in the contest. Port obviously did a fair number on us and they whacked us in all facets of the game, and it was more just that feeling of a bit of embarrassment. To be honest, just like it wasn't anywhere near our brand of footy and what you guys and the fans expect from us as players. It was a firm talking to, and it was more just around we got whacked around in the contest and our fight within that. So yeah.
Mate, I think we all know that it's an outlier and that the club and the fans, we've had to deal with it and bounce back from. But we saw such an epic battle with huge effort at the SCG against the Pies. And I think we're all hopeful and imagine that inside the four walls that's the reset. And just focusing from here on in, we felt it at the ground. We feel like that's what's going to happen. We certainly hope that's the mood in the locker room. And the Port game, it was what it was. But looking forward, we're just so bloody excited.
Yeah. No, it was we definitely used it as a bit of a reset. Like we had a couple of days off after that, just to we just went down to the beach as a group and just reconnected outside of the club. And I think it was a really good chance for us to reset and build to this last sort of month of footy and then leading into finals. So we've definitely felt a bit rejuvenated, and we obviously saw that on the weekend, just with our last quarter especially.
Epic stuff, mate. In years gone by, the debate over the most famous red out of Langhorne Creek would have been between a Cab Sav and a Shiraz, but I reckon you're giving both of those a run for their money these days, mate. Obviously famous for the Reds, but it was great to see you kick that goal in Mount Barker during Gather Round early this year. And in all seriousness, has Gather Round become the best weekend of the year in South Australia?
Yeah, it's definitely between Gather Round and Live Golf. Adelaide's, that's definitely, I think, one of the biggest weekends in SA, and it's fair bit happens during that week, and plenty of fanfare, we love it. We love it as a group. We love getting over there and playing in that round. It's good fun.
And following on from that question, what's the strangest or most interesting difference you've noticed between Adelaide and Sydney?
A lack of frog cakes, perhaps.
There's no fruit chocks over here.
I'm gonna have to ask you what that is. Sorry, mate. I've no idea.
It's like a little chocolate, like apricot sort of thing. Like it's an apricot covered in chocolate. It's pretty nice, but it's nothing too special.
No, don't say that.
Sounds delicious.
It is good. The dietitian might not like me eating them too much. But,
well, the boys are doing pretty well with Doozy, so maybe you're sitting on a potential gold mine, mate. Such a unique business chance. trying to get the Chalky Apricots up and running in Sydney. I reckon you're onto something there, mate.
Yeah, I might have to. Um,
Sign up with
they're
Haywood.
pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're obviously going pretty well for themselves, but yeah, might have to look into that one.
Love it. All right, look, back to the team. The coaching split between Big Horse and Big Coxie and the other great mob that you have over there in the coaches' ranks. Now, again, just between us, what's the significant difference between Horse's approach to things and Coxie's approach to things? And do they all kind of balance each other out, or is there a moment for both?
Coxie's been spending a fair bit of time with Horse now, so I think he's moulding into another one. But no, they're very different. Yeah, all the coaches have similar views and same vision, but they all bring different sort of things. Like there's obviously like Macca and Benny and all the assistant coaches really have and all the coaches have had a wealth of experience in the game as players as well, and yeah, they've all had different stuff that they've done, and they all bring something a little bit different, which makes them a great group, and is why we love being coached by them. Is each week they're adapting to what happened during that week's game, and looking forward to what we need to do for the following week. Whether that's like after the Port game, they gave us a couple of days off to refresh, and then we had a heavy block before that just to try get our fitness back up. Obviously, it's a long year, but now we've sort of moved into recovery and rejuvenating and being refreshed going into this. So yeah, they definitely are a good group. They all bring something a bit different.
Like we've got a great group, as you said there, of the coaches. The weekend in itself, we celebrated, Kieran Jack, McVeigh, Nick Smith, Grundy, celebrated all of those to go into the Hall of Fame. Now, which current or retired Swans player do you kind of look up to and maybe perhaps model some of your game off?
Probably Macca, to be honest. He played a lot of footy across half back and very smart and made good decisions and was very composed as a half backer, and I think they're some of my strengths is being composed and making good decisions, and Macca was a very good communicator out in the field, and I've definitely stepped up in that sense this year with my communication and on field sort of leadership in that sort of sense. So he's definitely someone that I chat to as well as Spike, who's our backs line coach.
You can definitely see that, mate. And in particular, those games that Rampy was out for, it's really evident from where we sit in the O'Reilly that you're one of the key contributors in terms of structure and voice down back. And really, that's such an amazing thing to see from someone still so young. And of course, we'd hate to sound like we're just blowing smoke up your ass, but it really is incredible to see. And I know you had some strengths touted in your draft year. A lot of them were footy IQ, production, contested ball, work rate, consistency, leadership, and we're really seeing it play out. And we just want to say congrats, mate. And on a more personal level, what are your own goals for the rest of the year?
Thanks for that. It's probably just sort of just keep every week, just keep on rolling, just keep being consistent. With my performances, like I feel like I've had a pretty strong past sort of 5 weeks, and just being consistent with that, and hopefully going as deep as we can as a team, and who knows what can happen, but it's just for me, it's just about being consistent and just keep putting good performances in after good performances, because obviously, as you said, I'm only young and only played 25 games now, and I just want to keep building on that and keep improving every week, and just keep earning the respect in that.
When we chatted with Marty and Dos in the past, we suggested to them that you probably should have some songs that go off after they've scored a goal. Of course, Errol gets his song, but we wanted to kind of spread the love to some of the other Swans fans. So I've got a couple here, mate, that might pass your way, just to see how you feel about them, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. You didn't have much of a choice, to be honest, but you know that song, "Oh, Mickey, You're So Fine," blah blah blah.
Yep.
All right, we thought about "Oh, Matty, You're So Fine." You know, what do you think about that one?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's roll with it. I reckon.
That one's
Let's
good. All right, good.
roll with it.
I've got the one. The other one we considered was, you know, the song "Mo Money, Mo Problems." It's an old like hip hop classic, and the lyric basically goes like this: "It's the more money we come across, the more problems we see." So what we thought about is changing up the lyrics a little bit to kind of just get the Roberts in one. The more Roberts we see, kicking on the SCG, it's like the more Roberts we come across, the more wins we see. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's good.
That's the one?
That's
All right, cool. We'll talk to everyone at the ACG and get this wrapped up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, on that, I might just add that you do have a winning record at the SCG, around 56%. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but the games you play at home, we're more likely to win. So just keep that in the back of your mind.
Oh,
Yeah, keep doing that.
tell Horse, make sure he picks the home games.
All right, mate. Well, that's great. And we're almost wrapped up here. And as we said, the fans are absolutely loving your work. And you look and feel like you've got already 100 games under your belt, but looking more and more comfortable. The composure and the consistency we see is there and improving. And we're really excited for what the future holds. Thanks again for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck against the Bombers this Friday night. And, of course, for the rest of the season, we'll all be cheering you on, mate.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you very much for having me on.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Up to Bloods, come the Swannies. We'll see you Friday night.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate. See ya.
Bye.